As an online retailer, you're probably wondering, should I really outsource my shipping and distribution? In this video, we're going to be explaining why so many different e-commerce retailers have turned to 3PLs or third-party logistics to handle just that. First things first, what is a 3PL and why consider using one? 3PL, or third-party logistics, is an organization's outside use of additional businesses to help fulfill different processes, like warehousing, distribution, and fulfillment services. One of the main reasons why businesses choose to use a 3PL is the long-term and short-term cost savings. When you use a 3PL, you don't have to factor in things like warehouse space, warehouse employees, transportation, or additional technology. Now you're probably wondering, how do 3PLs make money? Some 3PLs charge a flat rate. However, typically there's a one-time setup fee that can be $1,000 or more. There are also other associated costs for shipping, receiving, and packaging. In terms of shipping and receiving, there's an hourly rate, normally anywhere from $25 to $50 an hour, that's charged based on the amount of employees needed to help unload your products. 3PLs typically charge 25 cents to $2 per package, depending on the size of the package and the amount of customization. So, when should you start considering looking for a 3PL? There's a variety of reasons why a business might consider using a 3PL. Here are just some of the most common. Firstly, when in-house fulfillment becomes too cumbersome. Growing businesses tend to have rising logistics costs and infrastructure restraints. Inevitably, as your customer service capacity decreases, these additional costs and burdens will lead to customer dissatisfaction and will pose a big issue for your business. Secondly, a business might consider using a 3PL when they're trying to focus on growth or scalability. For example, if your company is deciding that they want to expand into a new region or they're unable to commit to a new facility at this time. Thirdly, companies might consider a 3PL when they're seeking to reduce risk. It's no surprise that warehouses have high associated insurance, shrinkage, and employee liability costs. When businesses opt for a 3PL, they reduce their upfront costs and also the associated risk. The underlying question, however, is at what point does it become cost-effective to use a 3PL? This, of course, varies depending on your business, but if your existing costs, monetary and otherwise, exceed the associated costs of using a 3PL, it might be a strategic choice for your business to consider. How do I manage a 3PL? In order to reap all of the benefits from a 3PL, it's really important that your company understands how to best manage them. Here are some of our tips to consider. Firstly, transparent communication. From the beginning, it's important to ensure that you have properly written RFP, request for proposal, complete with baseline and benchmark costs. Compiling and communicating accurate information is essential to create a mutually beneficial partnership. Secondly, we suggest frequent check-ins. It's very difficult to find a balance between a hands-off and micromanagement approach when it comes to dealing with 3PLs. We suggest you designate a single point of contact to check in with an account production manager in order to avoid redundancy and establish a solid working relationship. The person will be responsible for completing regular check-ins and informing the 3PL of any company changes. Lastly, we suggest mutual understanding. Ideally, mutual understanding of your goals, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your niches should come out of a good communication with your 3PL. These discussions should ultimately foster better communication, collaboration, and a stronger partnership with a mutual customer. How does automation optimize 3PL management? With industry leaders like Amazon fulfilling orders overnight, it's no surprise that customers' expectations of online retailers has changed. Fully automating your 3PL management processes to be more aligned with real-time data is essential for success. Things like order fulfillment and product updates can be fully automated with the right automation software. These include things like inbound shipping requests, purchase orders, and customer orders as well. Similarly, you're probably wondering, how do integrations optimize 3PL management? In order to fully optimize your 3PL management and business processes, it's essential to integrate various systems and applications. Some areas that should be in sync with your 3PLs include, firstly, your return merchandise authorization, and secondly, your inbound shipment requests, purchase orders, customer orders, and shipment requests. Additionally, there are 4 major flows that you'll want to integrate. Firstly, you'll want to be able to send orders directly to your 3PLs. You want to be able to receive tracking information. Thirdly, sync inventory. And lastly, exchange return data. In order to make the most of your 3PL partnerships, automation and integration are equally important as they ensure the utmost efficiency, profitability, and satisfaction. This way, orders don't fall through the cracks, manual data transfers aren't left until the 11th hour, and catalogs are always up to date. I wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our complete 3PL guide. If you're interested in learning more about 3PLs and other ways that you're able to optimize your e-commerce operations, check out our blog at www.duoplane.com.